See, hey,
43%
listen.
of the votes. Listen, so
It wouldn't be a tournament if we didn't have an upset.
if I do something that's worth a, hey, that's what goes around comes around. If I knock on wood, would that cancel it out?
Yeah, it's not guaranteed, and yeah, like you said, it's manipulative, but it's more of a, I'm gonna push you forward. Hey man, be better, be greater.
So I'm like, man, you kind of shady in that it transferred meaning, but I think the power, the intent behind the power stayed the same. My bad. I switched at the end. I'm going with that. Damn. Exactly. The Kyrie.
You know, we have a lot of expressions in the English language.
I don't even know what I'm saying.
What are we talking about?
Where'd that come from?
Most all of us use them every day.
I don't even know what that means. No one knows what it means.
You know, we just say them as if they really made sense.
I mean, how silly is that?
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
What the f*** is he talking about?
Hey. This didn't make you want to say that Jeezy, that hey. Cousins used to say that all the time. In there, what's good with you? What's good with you? You know who it is. You know what it is. It's a me, Mario. Welcome to the Appraise the Phrase Show, Season 3, GOAT Phrase Tournament Series. I'm here with my guy, 2020. What's good, brother?
Yo, what's good, man? What's good? It's great to be here. I'm excited, man. This tournament is already looking good, man. It's already looking good. So I can't wait to see who ends up the GOAT champ for this year. I can't wait.
I know. I was at a little like networking thing in New York, and somebody said ignorance is bliss in like regular conversation or whatever. And the hosts of because we were at two different tables, and I was at the table with one of the hosts. And they turned to me, and I was like, that was season 2 GOAT Phrase champ. And everybody at the table was like, I gotta watch. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like these phrases owe us like some kickback for the tours they about to go on.
Bro, we're making phrases great again, bro. Like that's the habit that we need. Make these phrases great again, bro, because that's what we're doing, man. That's exactly what we're doing. We're gonna make people stop and mid conversation be like, hell yeah,
like yeah. Make these for well. There goes the when I do the timestamps. I got one timestamp for the title for one timestamp. There we go. Thank you, my brother. The contributions are live. Y'all see how we work together, man. Look. All right, 20. I'm not going to waste our time. I'm not going to waste my time. Crowd, are you ready? I'm about to name the winners of the round one matchups. Okay, we're here to do the second round one matchups and get the voting for this week. But last week we got our winners tallied.
Oh, I can't wait.
20. I was nervous, man. Here we go. Let's go. Let's get right into it. So the first matchup was number 16. Silver Lining versus number 1. Take it for granted. Man, look, before I give the numbers out, we had said on the episode, if y'all mess this up, we're coming at y'all like Kendrick came at the boys. We coming at y'all like that because what are you doing? So luckily 20 with 78% of the votes. It was looking scarce at first. It was 78% of the votes. Unanimous on Twitter, IG, and TikTok. Take it for granted. Beat Silver Lining. 78% to 22%. What you think about that, man? What's your thoughts?
No, that's how it should be, bro. As it should.
As it should. As it should. Good.
Nah, that's dope, man. I'm glad, man. First thing, thank you guys for voting. Thank you guys for taking the time out of your day just to press that button for us, man. Show us that you're listening.
Yes.
And show us that, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got something good. So thank you. But yeah, man, I think it was number 1 for a reason. So
I think it was number. Yeah, I agree. I want to see what's next. So then we got matchup 2, which was number 15, The Customer's Always Right, versus number number 15, the customer is always right. I think I said that. Verse number 2, don't judge a book by its cover. I actually got to give a little brief history of the customer is always right at that networking thing, just because people asked and it was fresh on my mind. But number 2, don't judge a book by its cover. Another unanimous winner on Twitter and IG. 78% again, with 22% beating 22% for the customer is always right. So don't judge a book by its cover moves on. Thoughts, 20 thoughts.
Nah, this is another one that was a strong position. It could have been 1 or 2, honestly, when it comes down to it. Yeah, it would have been difficult for me to see, this one not in the next round at least. You get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
So yeah, don't judge book by its cover. I already told you on the last episode how I felt about that.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the ones that's going to be hard to kind of like go against late rounds. So.
I agree. I'm glad it went too, man. The customer's always right. The only thing that was like I would have been okay with, that I would have been able to sleep with at the end if it would have lost, is I would like to hear that conversation of it was meant to be back of the house and it moved to the front of the house and customers got their hands on it and ironically ruined it. Customers ruined customers always right. So I would have liked to see that.
Thought out loud type of deal.
Exactly.
No, so what you say? Yeah, that's
right. Yeah. We are? Okay then. And so I would have liked to hear that discourse out loud as it moved forward, but we didn't not to sacrifice. Don't judge a book by its cover for it. I would say that. All right, the next one. Here's where it gets a little sticky. No pun intended. We had number 3. It's a piece of cake. Verse number 14. Sticks and stones. Me and 20 were split on this last week. I picked. It's a piece of cake. 20 picked sticks and stones. Well, with 57% of the votes.
Ooh, that's good.
I know, right? 57% of the votes. Sticks and stones upset. Number 3, it's a piece of cake.
Ooh, see,
43% of the votes. Listen, so
it wouldn't be a tournament if we didn't have an upset.
Though. It wouldn't, man. Sticks and Stones won on Twitter, and it's a piece of cake won on IG. So IG was a little bit faster than Twitter. Wow. So a piece of cake was winning up until like that final hour. And Sticks and Stones overcame it.
Get that 3 at the
end. Yeah, man. So Sticks and Stones moves on, which is like, listen back to the first tournament episode. Listen to the actual episode of Sticks and Stones. It's 14. Mm-hmm. Like, it's one of those weird ones that's like, it's actually top 5, actually. But what our show does is when you get to the grades,
when you appraise
them, it's not just because the voting is popularity. It's not just that. So you know what I'm saying? You'll get matched up with 2 bigs like that. So that came out. It was a tough one.
No, man, it was a tough one to decide too, man.
It was. I mean, we were split.
It was definitely a tough one to decide, man.
Now that last matchup for last week, matchup 8, which was number 8, how you do one thing is how you do everything, against number 9, your gift shall make room for you. I believe, I don't remember what I even voted for. I think I went with your gift because it was it stuck with me, and I believe you went with that as well.
Mm-hmm.
And with 57% of the votes, again, we were correct. We chose the correct. We went with the crowd, I should say, not correct, but we went with the fans. We went with the crowd. Number 9, your gift make room for you, 57%. The winner on IG. Number 8, how you do one thing is how you do everything, with 43% of the votes was the winner on Twitter.
Wow.
And IG pushed your gift shall make room for you over the edge. So we got our winners, man. We got our moving on. Let me recap. Number 1 moves on, take it for granted. Number 2, don't judge a book by its cover, moves on. Number 14, sticks and stones, moves on. And number 9, your gift shall make room for you, moves on to round 2. Yes. Let's do it. All right. You ready to make some picks for this round? Let's build it up and then make some picks. Let's do it. All right. What's good, man? What's good, brother? It's good to see you.
Man, it's good to be here.
It's good to see you. All right, let's get let's get into the first matchup. So our first one in the second bracket of round one, we've got number 13, What Goes Around Comes Around, versus number 4, Knock on Wood. What Goes Around Comes Around did not have a guest. Knock on Wood had our boy, your boy, Myron of the Expression Appraisal team on it. Let's compare these meanings and set this up. Number 13, Merriam-Webster says what goes around comes around is if someone treats other people badly, he or she will eventually be treated badly by someone else. Dictionary.com says retribution follows wrongdoing. Justice may take some time, but it will prevail. May take some time. Oxford Dictionary says that what goes around comes around is the consequences of one's actions and will have to be dealt with eventually. Dealt with.
Yeah, I like that one.
I like that. I like that too. Somebody, the niggas at Oxford was like, ask black folks.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Ron.
Hey, Ron. Now, knock on wood, number 4, Cambridge Dictionary says that knock on wood is said in order to avoid bad luck, either when you mention good luck that you have had in the past or when you mention hopes you have for the future. And Dictionary, they covered it all. They was like, I don't really know what it means, so I'm going to say all.
You know how when that's why it's not like that.
Exactly. Like, were you there, Cambridge?
Bro, you know how when you about to go somewhere, right? You
right, like just say you don't know, bro. Just say you don't know. Move on. Dictionary.com says knock on wood is said after a confident or positive statement to express hope for one's good luck to continue. Now, before I ask you the real question we here for, 20, if you knock on wood and say, I hope what goes around don't come around, which one wins? If you do something that deserves what goes around comes around, then you knock on wood, which one wins? which
that? Come on, bro.
Which one wins? Okay, meaning versus meaning. I'm sorry.
Make sense out of this show. This show is not here to make sense. Please do not make sense out of this show, bro.
Which one has a better meaning, bro? Which meanings resonate better? I'm sorry. I had to ask because as I was reading, I was like, well, if they both have something to do with bad, getting over on bad luck or something bad, then if you do something that's worth of what goes around comes around, if you knock on wood while you do it, will you prevent that bad luck from happening?
You know when, like
exactly, G.
Like when you're going somewhere, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
Here we go.
Here we go. Hey, you know what? You ain't even got to answer the meaning thing. I think we solid there.
Yeah.
Let's get these grades for what goes around comes around. Let's do that. Let's let's hear the power grade.
For power, obviously, I got to give it an A. Obviously, that is an A. Borderline A+. What goes around comes around. You hear it in every Get Back song. You know what I mean? Like you hear it, like you said, as a coping mechanism. But the fact of the matter that it was actually said back then too as well. So it's like it's hitting all the spots for me. So I got to give it an A just on my theory of what a power grade should go ahead and attack. So I'm gonna give it an A.
Man, A. And right now, what was it? Let me just double check. It was 13. So all right, let's see what I said on the speed. All right, speed. What goes around comes around. I'm gonna give it a B-.
Mm-hmm.
B-. It's the fact that there's the words don't have a lot of syllables and around is twice. It's a lot of words though. So although it's like you can say what goes around comes around relatively smoothly, I don't think you're saying it relatively fast. Yeah, I think that's where it started to go. somewhat pushed. I watched that back. I ain't gonna hold you. I watched that back and was like, I must have been harsh. That was harsh. All right, let's go, Prince. All right, man. You fucking with it, man?
Not as much, man. Not as much, man. I'll be honest with you. I just like I said, I can't just give it to the negativity because I feel like this is something that is more on the side of, it's been used to cope for so long.
Mm-hmm.
So, but now that I actually know the origin definition, it's like it's taking away everything that I use it for because I think I don't really say I don't think I say what goes around comes around to people that I'm like trying to be negative with.
Yeah, it's not my threat. It's not my threat.
It's not my threat of choice.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna go with C.
I ain't gonna lie to you. The thing that's keeping me from making a D or F, what I think it from a positive or negative, or mostly positive, I actually do believe it when I think it. There you have it, man. There you have it. So
yeah, I feel like that's exactly how I am too as well. Like I definitely believe it, but I think I can believe it more than I, you know what I'm saying? I think it.
Yeah, like I don't say it as much as I actually believe it, but and that's how we got to. Yeah. All right.
They come over here, you know what I'm saying?
They doing it. It's 13. Okay, it's 13. It's 13. All right.
We're gonna figure it out, man.
We're gonna figure it out. Look.
Me and Mario forgot how good these phrases was because even at this moment we're like, how the hell did I get to 13?
Exactly.
But honestly, okay.
Okay. Like we reasoned it. At the time, we had reasons at the time.
Yeah.
At the
We
time.
see why.
Let's see what Knock on Wood was doing. Number 4.
Yeah, there's no way I can give this anything lower than an A.
Mm-hmm.
Like just from going from the origin and seeing that this has meant the same thing from the beginning. You get what I mean? Like there's no way I can give it less than an A, just by even when you have different variants of it, like from different countries. When you come back to it, it all means the same thing. You get what I'm saying? It's something that's big on superstition. It's something that, big on luck or unluck, or it's something that's big on just like peace of mind.
Peace of mind.
Peace of mind.
Peace of mind. It give you that peace of mind. Number 4. That's what. Hey, look. All right, let's see Speed. That sounds great to me with Speed. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. Knock on wood, to the point where you can in almost every language, almost every place of origin, there's a. As I was looking, like it's smooth to say. Even the let me make sure I look again. Who was counting? Who was the folks that was counting? Oh, in Denmark, 793, 7913. Like it's one of those things where like another reason why things stick. Knock on wood. So I'm giving that an A as well. Yeah. This one makes sense. Let's see what Myra said.
So with it being one of the few phrases that doesn't lose its meaning, that stays pretty much the same throughout, its entire existence. And like you said, it's fast, it's quick off the tongue, and it's habitual. You say it sometimes without even knowing you're saying it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not sure if I want to give it an A. I'm still thinking about it because although, it's easy to say and the meaning is strong and it's the same, it really doesn't hold weight as far as meaning to anybody. Like me, all three of us agree that we say it, but what does it mean to us? We're just saying it to say it. Whereas there's other phrases we say them because we believe in them some form of fashion, you know what I'm saying? Like blessing in disguise. Like despite our feelings on that, right? When I say blessing in disguise, I believe in it from fashion, whereas I'm not gonna wood because, you know what I'm saying, whatever.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like you can walk up to anyone on the street, anywhere in the world, say knock on wood, they know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I'll go with A.
He did all that just to say an A. He did all that just to say A, bro. That was my first thought. I was like, that's Myron, boy.
He started off saying, I couldn't give it an A. But then he ended with saying, I give it.
I gotta give it. Oh man, well, it's time.
I can't make this up.
You can't make this up, man. This is what the phrases do to people, though, dog. Like this is if you want to
like what you're talking about. Yeah, you're right.
The social
bro.
experiment is still valid. Where it's like, you say how you feel about it. Without on first glance, you think you know how you feel about it until you talk about it.
Until you talk about it.
Well, last week I made you go first with all your make the cases, so I'm actually going to make mine first. I'm going to make mine first. So here we go. What goes around comes around versus knock on wood. Now, I asked a question prior to this that basically I want to like use as my decision maker. If I do something that's worth that's what goes around comes around. If I knock on wood, would that cancel it out? And I know we just gave Myron a hard time, for real. But my thing is, whichever one I believe in the most is what I'm going with. And I don't think if I knock on wood after I do something that's worth some get back, that I'm not going to get that get back. I don't think I'm preventing my get back if I knock on some wood, dog. And even though if I knocked on wood, everybody be like, oh, he knocked on wood. He must, you know what I'm saying? So the impact is there. Right. But I'm going with what goes around comes around. I had to squeeze that in there for that buzzer. You heard me sit up straight.
Yeah, no, I feel you, dog. I feel you. Listen.
Wait, what? Let's go.
I'll wait for the time. It's all right.
It's all right.
You know what? I'm gonna go with what goes around comes around too as well. Yeah, just by listening to what you just said, Mario, you're right. Like, just because I knock on wood doesn't mean the opposite's gonna stop. So it's like, yeah, what goes around comes around. It has a little bit more power to it than it does than knock on wood. And you know, that's where I go with that. I mean, I believe in what goes around comes around, even though I don't say it. But I do knock on wood, even though I don't believe it.
What are we doing?
So I'm gonna go with what I believe, and then what goes around comes around. Yo, that's weird though.
Isn't that crazy? Isn't that kind of weird? Isn't that weird?
The universe put those two together for us on purpose because I never would have related both of those phrases together. Like, even though I'm saying, like, yeah, you can, and it seems so simple. It seems like they go together now that we understand and we've praised both of them. It seems like they go hand in hand, or they're destined to be villains.
Yes. No matter what you do, yeah.
No matter what you do, I'm going to be here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's crazy, man. We did not do this. We did not do this. This is Nietzsche's. This is not mine. This is me.
We use the same phrase to determine whether it lost against another phrase that we determined whether it was going to win. Like it's weird, bro.
It's weird, man. It's getting there. It's getting the show is getting there. The show is getting there. All right, man. Thank you for that, brother. Let's get let's get our next matchup. All right. We have number 12. A bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. Verse number 5 is the thought that counts. All right, so Merriam-Webster says a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. It means that it is better to hold on to something one has than risk losing it by trying to get something better. Dictionary.com says that it means the things we already have are more valuable than the things we only hope to get. Now, this is crazy. Now, number 5 is the thought that counts means used for saying that caring about someone is more important than spending a lot of money on them. And dictionary.com says it's used to indicate that it is the kindness behind an act that matters, however imperfect, insignificant that act may be. 20, I have another. Oh, go ahead. Because it's getting weird. It's getting spooky if you're at where I'm at.
I'm at where you're at. But I remember the thought that counts. How the hell that made number 5? Because I know V definitely didn't fuck with that.
Oh, bro, I can't wait. I can't wait till you hear it. I can't wait till you hear it.
I know she didn't fuck with that, so I don't know how the hell she got that shit got to number 5. Like, for real. Like, seriously.
Isn't it funny? I won't hold us back much longer, but
because I know it's 4 of them, but go ahead.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I love that you asked that because we're going to find out directly. The audience will find out if they didn't watch the episode. But what I would also want to say is that let me go back. If one is like the receiver of it's a thought that counts gift, if you're the receiver of it's a thought that counts gift, and you prefer something different, are you executing or pushing back on a burden him? Like, you could have no one. Like, you're risking having no one. If you push back on it's a thought that counts, you're risk having not having a partner at all, because at least they did try to get you something, which if you don't have a partner, you're guaranteed to have nothing from a partner, at least.
You probably should have said that for the time.
For the time. All right, here we go. Here we go. Power grade for a bird in the
hand. When it comes to the power, man, I'm gonna give it a B.
Why?
I'm gonna give it a B. Oh, because you know me, man. I see how words can like captivate people, and I feel like this is something that you can use to control people. You get what I'm saying? And be honest with you, by saying that to somebody who is scared of new experiences, you know, that'll give them a reason to stay in their comfort zone.
Brother, I agree. Let's see what I said about the speed. Speed grade. I'm gonna knock us out with the speed. I'm gonna give it a C, only because the two in the bush part, mainly the worth part, probably. Because Bird in the Hand obviously slaps, town named after it. Two in the Hand, actually, I changed my mind as I was grading it, because Two in the Hand flow too. It's that bird in the bush. Well, man, I lost it. Bird in the Hand worth Two in the bush. Yeah, C+. I just plussed it because I was able to do that. But you can't, one thing about it is that you can't shorten it without the other side to get it. So that's why, like, as far as its flow, you need the whole thing.
I think that's the problem of it.
Yep. It has one key issue, is that you can't do nothing with it to make it any smoother off the tongue. All right, here we go. What was my man Phil Lewis, Huff Post, my dog from the D?
Everything considered, I'm gonna give it a B. I'm gonna give it a B for longevity. It's lasted, you know, not
you gotta
even
respect.
Yeah, that longevity has centuries. It's been around. Also, I mean, if you have a phrase named after a town, or a town named after a phrase, that's hard. Like that's hard. Like I don't know what to tell you. You have like a little town named after that's not just named after it, but also dedicated to like as guys like tourism surrounding its, you know, inviting people to come and, you know, check out the origins of this phrase. That's hard. Like that's worthy. And then also, I think the phrase, I mean, it ultimately, I think it just leaves, it's open to interpretation.
Yeah. So that's how it beat a few things, man. That's how it beat a few things. Let's get to the power of the thought that counts, and we can find out how it got to 5.
All right. I feel like, all personal views aside, power has to be A- to A, because just in the sense of it'll get you out of that position. You get what I'm saying? Like whoever says it kind of gives them that room to back out of that situation. Like if you do give a bad gift or whatever the case may be, or give a gift that, you know, somebody doesn't want, the gift person, the person that gives the gift can be like, oh, well, it's the thought that counts. Back up out of this situation.
Nailed it. All right, let's see what I said on the speed.
I think it rolls off the
Oh,
tongue
that's
pretty well. It's a cop out for sure. So it's something
For
that
sure.
you can, pull out your back pocket really quickly and say, well, it's a thought that counts.
You can even
with their shoulders
run
to
away.
his
It's a thought that counts. You can just run away.
You can pour that out real quickly. It rolls off the tongue. It flows. And it's popular. It's something that I think everybody would be able to understand. It's not like one of those obscure things that you can say that people like, well, what the hell? I ain't never heard that one before. So that gets an A for me.
So Fave, so you gave it an A minus, A plus, I think. Fave, A. Now here we go. How did it stay up there? Here we go. V, neighborhood publicist was on the show as well. V, what'd she say?
Personal by the side, the phrase is A1 at gaslighting people.
Yeah.
So I'll give it an A.
Yes, it is.
I'll give it an A.
Yes, it is.
It is
A1.
It is
It's
some
here.
A1 manipulation. Like
It is.
I got it, and that's
It is.
like
It is.
it does what it's supposed to do. It gives what it's supposed to give. Like I can't even
For sure.
Yeah.
I'll give it an A.
All right. Now, do you want to before?
Oh, okay.
Do you want to reiterate how you really feel now that the grade is in and stamped?
I mean, I reiterate, don't ever say that shit to me. Like, it's never going to land with me. I am not conflict avoidant. I am very much pro. We finna hash this out.
There we go. So she gave it an A because we told her, look,
Yeah.
come
Take
on.
it personal.
Yeah. But she was like, don't say it to her. But she know it gets the people going. So that's how I became a 5. That's how I became a 5. So 20. I'm gonna make my case for it's a thought that counts versus burn hands or two in the bush. Okay, so this was actually tougher than I thought it would be right now. And the question I asked earlier, I'm flipping it a little bit. And the way I'm connecting them is that they're both manipulator tools. They're both outcome changers. One, like you said, 20, if somebody gets told this that's conflict avoidant or risk averse, they're going to be like, oh, no, you're right. And it stops them from an opportunity. If somebody gives a bad gift and they be like, it's a thought that counts, man, it's a thought that counts, dog. What you want? I got you a gift. What you want? Got you up out of here. Which one do I think does more good and or more damage? That's how I'm going to choose this. And I got to go with it's the thought that counts does more good or damage. I got to go with that because it's going to keep you in a relationship you don't need to be in, not just romantic, or it's going to get you up out of one that you probably should have had a little grace for. That's where I'm at with it. You ready, bro?
Yeah. All right. My mind is telling me it's the thought. My mind is telling me that it's the thought that counts just because of the popularity, just because of longevity towards law. Like, it's everything is coursing over that way, but I feel like I would want to go with, a bird in the hand. You know what I mean? Just because I feel like right there, it's pushing people forward. And it's just like a situation of, yeah, it's not guaranteed. And yeah, like we said, it's manipulative, but it's more of a, I'm gonna push you forward. Hey man, be better, be greater. You know what I'm saying? Like, as opposed to, as opposed to not having nothing with a thought that counts, at least you have something. That's what I mean by pushing you forward to, hey, take care of what you have in your hand. Like, that's what I mean by pushing forward. If I can make that make sense with what I'm saying, it's like, yo, listen, if you have something, if you commit to something, be committed to it, man. You know what I mean?
I
like
that, brother.
Just throw away what you have because you feel like things are better elsewhere.
Wow. Okay, that was compelling. I'm glad I went first. I'm glad I went first because that would have influenced me a little bit. So I'm glad I went first. Word. All right, next matchup, man. This is cool. good. Over the graphic. Over the animation. We got number 10, Easy Come, Easy Go. Verse number 7, Speak of the Devil. Real quick, bro, before I say the meanings. V, who was voted on Thought That Counts, she bought the William Hazlitt book on the Pleasure of Hating. That's from the Speak of the Devil episode. She bought it. She says it's a nice, quick, good read. So I'm actually going to get it myself, and see what that man William. It's basically, watch the episode, but it's basically about how he said that, like, he observed people and he watched how, like, hating is not going anywhere. People love it. Like, people is a part of the human condition. It actually, people enjoy it. So you're not going to be able to get rid of it. So this is the man who helps spread Speak of the Devil. All right, man. Number 10, Easy Come, Easy Go. Merriam-Webster says that's defined as is used to say that someone is not bothered about losing something. Dictionary.com says it's suggesting a lack of concern over how things turn out, particularly over money. And Cambridge Dictionary says it's said when something, especially money, is easily gotten, then soon spent or lost. Speak of the Devil, number 7. Merriam-Webster says Speak of the Devil is used in speech to say that someone one has been talking about has unexpectedly appeared. And the dictionary.com says when a person appears just after being mentioned. Can I pop this off real quick, bro? Because I noticed something. So this is kind of where I choose Speak of the Devil in terms of meanings. The Merriam-Webster and dictionary.com for Easy Come, Easy Go. I don't think people, I didn't think that people used it to express being unbothered.
Right.
I can see it now that I'm reading the definition, but most of the time I'm thinking someone is being told easy come, easy go as a warning about how they got something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so.
I hear that.
Yeah.
No, I feel I'm on the same page. It's like more, to me, it's more like coping, like
teaching
them how to cope with a loss.
Yeah. Yeah, not like being unbothered. I don't know. All right, man, let's get into the power of it.
Well, you know me, Mario, I always start at how long has it been relevant? And if you're saying BC, then there you go right there. You know what I mean? Like the fact of the matter that it has stood for that long, I automatically put it in the A's. The easygoing, part, I feel like that's before I get into that part, I'm not gonna take it too long, but I would say this, that in the beginning I didn't know whether it started at it was something that of a warning or something as a coping mechanism, but I think now it's more of a coping mechanism. So yeah, I definitely give it an A.
You came back around. You stuck with it, brother. Stuck with it. And stuck with it. Let's see what I said for speed. Speed, I mean, hey, look, easy come, easy go. You can dance to it. It has the word easy in it, which there's something about the ease of saying the word ease. I don't know. I'm in this. I'm actually, my brain is going
easy,
crazy.
bro.
My brain, I don't know. Is it easy or am I just saying easy? So for that alone,
mentally,
for real. So for that alone, I gotta go A, man. This is gonna be, depending on Toke's grade, it's gonna be. So I'm giving it an A for speed. All right, and then we had Tokes all the way from the UK. In that episode, she shot shots at America as often as she could. Let's see what she said about her preference for easy come, easy go.
Actually, the thing that I like about this phrase more than anything, it's how it has crossed oceans and cultures. So the fact that it started out in Chinese proverb regarding a completely different entity to what it's now relating to. And then obviously went to the Brits, went to the English, and then became very Puritan, and then crossed over to the Atlantic, came back to the Yankees, who were just like, yeah, we're just going to make this easy come, easy go, and just make it about something frivolous. So I would give it, it's been around, and for that, we're thankful for it. I'm going to give it a C+.
Okay.
I'm going to give it a C+, because I think, like I said, and again, it goes back to what I said at the beginning, and this is why you should always listen to me. If you strip it down and just go philosophical with it, you will realize that it is about trying to make us and make people feel better. And it is, what you said about it being a coping mechanism. But actually, it's also just not gonna do much for you, because what is it like? Okay, you say easy come, easy go, but what's the lesson? What's the takeaway from that? What have you learned? What have you gained? You're just telling yourself easy come, easy goes, and then you're still out of $1.
That's a bar, bro. You said easy come, easy go, but you still out of $1, and that's what got me, bro. So we gonna see. I'm gonna hold that for the choice. Let's see what you said. I gave you the powers all season, apparently. So let's see what you said.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, it's good for me. For Speak of the Devil.
When it comes to power, I give it more of a B. Only because like it's just still, even though it has changed, a couple words have changed, a couple words have like fell off, you can still get the whole gist of it. And it's still pretty much towards the same meaning as it was from the beginning.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people kind of use it in a lighter tone, but generally speaking, it's when you're speaking negative about something or just the energy that you're doing, not really talking behind somebody's back, but just that energy of not talking to the face of it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like not conniving, but kind of conniving. Carl conniving, if one will. All right, let me hit the speed on that. All right, I'm going to go with the speed. Eloquent. Hey, man, Speak of the Devil is good money, bro. Speak of the Devil is good money, to the point where Talk of the Devil even is not bad. If you're saying the whole thing, it adds the context that I like, but it flows so well that it actually became lighthearted. So it's so smooth to say that you could start saying it whenever, however, and take the threat out of it, which is the devil part. I'm taking that out because I'm saying it. So I'm giving that an A, man. An A for speed. Got an A. All right, let's see what Smitty said. DJ Smithsonian of the library, ATP partner. Let's see what he said about Speak of the Devil.
All right, I'm gonna give it a B plus. Both for all the points that y'all made, but I'm still a little bit stuck on how it's just slightly deviated from the original definition. Like I think if the devil was in there a little bit more now, I'd give it an A. But since we can talk about it lightheartedly, since we're not talking about like the actual devil or the metaphysical devil, right? We're talking about people mostly. I give it a B plus.
There it is. All right, man. Now we got our matchups. We got our grades for the matchup. It's time to make a choice. I'm gonna make a choice between these two: Speak of the Devil or Easy Come, Easy Go. The first time I ever thought about it in my life. So here we go, dog. I never thought I would pit these two together. I actually don't like Easy Come, Easy Go. It has a question mark. Anything I add a question mark to, I essentially don't enjoy. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't. Easy Come, Easy Go. Yeah, if I even said once, Easy Come, Easy Go. It's only Easy Come, Easy Go if you let it be for either one. So for that, I think I'm gonna go with Speak of the Devil, mainly because outside of that, what I just said, that it has lost its spiritual threat and spiritual warning, but it still has like some like, man, you kind of shady, in that it transferred meaning, but I think the intent behind the power stayed the same, which I think is kind of cool and it's worth moving on. So Speak of the Devil for me. All right, here we go. Let's get it, brother.
Oh yeah, I think it's Speak of the Devil for me too as well, man. It's just Easy Come, Easy Go sounds like a mindset, bro, and it's hard to kind of like get behind mindsets because they're all different, and here we trying to grab the truth, and I just feel like with Speak of the Devil, it shows you that look, this is a definition different from every other, and that's what it's been used for. It's not like a coping mechanism, it's actual something that is to be said because something that's done. You know what I mean? Like easy go. I just feel like not everything that comes easy leaves easy, and not everything. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Like it's just one of those things that not everything that leaves easy comes easy.
Exactly, man.
I would say that as well. So yeah, man. For me, yeah, Stupid the Devil. I think that's the thing I got.
Gotcha, brother. Gotcha. All right, man. I think we helping the people out here. I think we are. So let's get to this last matchup and see what round 2 looks like. All right. We got number 11. Ends Justify the Means versus number 6. Beggars Can't Be Choosers. I'm a little bit surprised in hindsight, which is not always 2020. I'm glad that didn't win in season 2. About Beggars Can't Be Choosers being 6. I was surprised when I re-listened to the grading. I didn't realize how much we locked in on it to get it to 6. So let's get these definitions. Number 11, the ends justify the means. Merriam-Webster says that it is defined as a desired result. It's so good or important that any method, even a morally bad one, may be used to achieve it. Cambridge Dictionary says the ends justify the means a situation in which the final goal is so important that any way of achieving it is acceptable. And dictionary.com says it means a good outcome excuses any wrongs committed to attain it. And then beggars can't be choosers. Merriam-Webster says that they are people who need something, should be satisfied with what they get, even if it's not exactly what they wanted. And dictionary.com says that people with no other options must be content with what is offered. And Cambridge Dictionary says when you recognize that you must accept an offer or a situation because it is the only one available to you. What are your thoughts on these meanings? Which one hit harder to the phrase, man? I got some thoughts around these two real quick before we hit the grades.
You know, with me, like when it comes to just pure definition, beggars can't be choosers. I think that one hits too as well. It kind of like it's like act right type of deal. You know what I'm saying? Like straighten up, bro. Like you know. Yeah, I would say that one. I'll say the beggars can't be choosers. I think that one's a little more closer to its definition.
Yeah. I think that lands, and the ends justify the means.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying? Like it's like
these are both definites.
You know
these are
why
both absolutes.
Because it's against what I believe.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's why I'm more or less.
I don't believe either, but one. Okay, here we go. Let's get to because I'm gonna talk shit on these. Here we go. Power of ends justify the means.
I think this is the part that helps it out a lot, bro. Because if you're talking about all the way, what you said, 10 BC?
10 BC, fam.
You got, dude, that's an A. That's an A, man. Like it's an A. People still use this phrase today. You know, even right now, I feel like it still is going to make me feel a certain way when somebody says it.
Mm-hmm.
Like even now, it's going to affect me.
Even now. I saw it too. All right, let's see what the speed of ends justify the means. All right, speed for me, the ends justify the means. I mumbled through it. I ain't gonna lie to you.
But you can still
and I was about to say, with the mumbling, it's like one of those things where like you replace the letters with numbers or like mismatch. You know what I'm saying. Like I want to say it so smoothly that because it gets there. So I'm actually going to give that a B because of that. Because there's like a lot of like none of the letters actually flow, but I can get them to flow and people gonna get it. I get out of B. There it is. And then that didn't have a guest. So this is me and 20's thoughts here.
This one right here, bro, I am really in the middle. So I'm going to give it like, I guess I fuck with it because only reason why I say that, I can't fuck with it personally.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, I can't fuck with it.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. That doesn't mean that, you know what I mean? Like everybody, there's people out there that fucks with it heavy. That does not mean that, you know, I should give it an F just because I personally don't fuck with it.
Yeah.
Because I choose not to. Now, mind you, it could be a situation where I'm actually doing it and I'm actually you know what I'm saying?
Don't make me do it. Don't make me do it because I don't want to do it, but I will do it because I have done it.
I'll probably still do it, but just not say it.
I'm going C+. I think you can go C+.
Yeah, C+.
Bruh, and that's where the It's Justified It Means has conflict. That's where it has conflict, brother.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to the power of Beggars Can't Be Choosers.
Mm-hmm. You know, on my grade and what I grade the powers by, longevity, crowd control, and it has both of them, bro. It definitely has both of them, dog. Like 1500s, can't deny that.
Yep.
You know, when you say it to someone, it impacts that person. You know what I mean? Like it'll stop that person in the track. Seriously. Like if you over here begging and you hit somebody with that beggars can't be choosers, they'll be like, oh, okay, well, yeah, I'll take it. I definitely give it an A. I'll give it an A.
A. There we go. Let's see what I said for speed. Okay, speed. Beggars can't be choosers. You know what I like? That there's only 2 words that like are different. Like you said, like they're highlighted. Beggars, choosers, easy to say because you're like really focusing on those. To the point where it would take a show like this. Yeah, it takes a show like this to get to the point that what's the reason why it may throw you off? The words that you're not paying attention to. Can't be. You know what I'm saying? Because if it was should be, it's so smooth to say that, like, you willing to say beggars can't be choosers. Like, just take, like you said, an order. Take that right away. Take the right of choice away from beggars, nigga.
Right.
Like, it's that smooth to say that most people agree. So I definitely also got to give it. I'm actually going to pump it up to an A+. A+ is what I gave it. All right. Again, another one I didn't have no guess. This is me and 20's preference. Here we go.
You know, instead of giving a grade, I'm gonna just say I don't fuck with it.
Ah, I love that. I love that.
I'm gonna just say
I love that.
I don't fuck with it. Like I don't fuck with it. I feel like, you know, like you're human. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of the fact or matter of that, you're human. If it was shouldn't, then I would definitely fuck with it. But since it's like can't, because you make the choice regardless. You know what I mean? Like you're choosing to ask.
You're choosing to beg. Exactly.
You're choosing to beg. Exactly. So when it comes that, it's like, yeah, beggars can't. If it was beggars can't choose what they receive, then yeah. But it's not that. It's just beggars can't be choosers because it sounds prettier. But yeah, I don't fuck with it because I feel like you're definitely making choices. It's just you can't choose the outcome.
You can't choose
and
the outcome.
What in life can you choose?
Exactly. Even with money, right? I can only buy what I can afford. And I'm not begging. I wouldn't consider myself a beggar in that scenario. I can only buy what I can afford, or I can only buy what's available. To me, in grade translation, that becomes a D. There it is, brother. There it is. It was almost up there without the fact that, like, you telling beggars they can't choose when they choosing to beg. All right, man. I'm a talk.
I'm a think.
And I'm gonna think, hey, beggars can't be choosers versus ends justify the means. These are both absolutes. Like, the ends justify the means, live by it. Beggars can't be choosers, live by it. And there's an internal conflict that happens with both of them. So just like the rest of the episode, or the rest of this episode, I'm going to choose based on which one I believe in the most. And I think more times, beggars can be choosers than the ends justify the means. I think more times a beggar has a choice, is choosing, or their choices have been taken away from them, and that they deserve dignity on what's available to them over I'll do anything to get the outcome that I desire, even bad things. Like, I can't really rock with that even if I do it, like you said, but I can say like beggars can't be choosers. Actually, I'm going in justify the means because of that. My bad. I switched at the end. Wow. Because the phrase is beggars can't be choosers, and I don't go with that. They can be. And the ends justify the means. Yeah, I'm going with that. Damn. Exactly. The Kyrie. I can't believe I did that at the very end. I saw him flash. I saw that defender flash. All right, dude. What you got, babe? What you got? We clocking.
I'm gonna go with the end justifies to me, because even though morally I don't fuck with it, I just feel like it's more natural than beggars can't be choosers.
Right.
If that makes sense.
It does.
I feel like regardless, like without trying, the ends justify the means just fits a little bit more than, you know what I'm saying, beggars can't be choosers. You get what I'm saying? That takes an effort. That takes an extra effort from the game.
Yes.
Like, okay, I'm giving, you know, to someone, but now you're making that transaction bad by asking for something else. If I'm in a given mood, you know what I'm saying? Like, how is that? You know what I'm saying? So that's why I go with, because it's just like, if you're giving, just give, bro.
Just give. Got it. Wow, we got our picks in, man. Thank you very much. Next episodes will be round 2. We're gonna get these votes on all social media platforms. You can find us on IG. You can find us on Yahoo, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, appraisephrase.com. I know MySpace, top 8, top 3. Appreciate you, 20. Hit them with something before we get out of here, babe.
Hey, listen, man. Just take care of yourself. Take care of yourself so you'll be able to take care of others, man. Because you can't hold up something if you don't have
We're trying. Hey, man, we appreciate you. We will see y'all next week for round 2 of the season 3 GOAT Phrase tournament series. As always, value is an idea.